Whoa, look at that. Another pirate. Care to hear some of the tales from other crews? Don't mind me, I'm just been sitting here and thinking about all the life choices I've made. And I'm quite proud of them, actually. Some of them have led to great tales I can share, maybe with some of the legends and the Athenas, once I somehow figure out how to get it open again. I sort of have a little bit of amnesia. I guess too many times firing yourselves out of a cannon and into rocks and sides of ship with hard wood, and guess it doesn't do well for your head or if you get yourselves concussions. But from what I can remember, I once knew how to open the Legends hideout, in fact. Well, I guess in the meantime, while I'm retracing my steps, why don't I share a tale with you, you know? I mean, while you're here, as long as you promise not to shoot me. Why don't I tell you the tale of how my crew and I took down an entire fleet of pirates, all on one galleon, and we did it all by ourselves with no help from any crews. 4 men, 1 galleon, and we all did it together, like any good crew would. It was a regular day like any other. After a good plundering, sinking a couple ships here and there, and finding out some cool legends from the Sea of Thieves, for running some errands for Umbra, wherever she resides. Found some over at the Golden Sands outpost and the Sanctuary outpost as well. Some on Lone Cove and Marauder's Ark. These are some interesting legends, and I advise that you would go check them out. They're interesting stories if your heart desires. But we had just finished plundering and saw that ghostly ship cloud off in the distance, and we knew all too well what that meant. Rival ghost crew, which means extra loot for us. So after restocking the ship, as any good pirate should, we set out sail. A lot farther than we originally thought, of course. Didn't realize we were heading into the Devil's Roar. I have nightmares about that place to this day. All that fire and brimstone. Fire bombs give me a little bit of that PTSD, but sailing straight into the Devil's Roar? I might as well have a heart attack. But we managed to sail into the Devil's Roar with no problem at all. No crews, no Megalodon, and no Kraken. That blasted thing. What I want to give to just plunge a sword straight into its eyes and just watch it suffer. I'm getting beside myself. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, so we get there, and sure enough, that battle horn sounded. And we knew from that get-go, it was go time. There was no lack of communication. Teamwork, coordination, and make sure above everything else, ship comes first. Ship is always first priority, because without a ship, you can't fight another ship, unless you want to be stranded out in the middle of the waters, trying to bucket water on an enemy ship. Now, granted, that is a good strategy. In the long run, unless you're a professional, like myself, you're not exactly going to be in the right place. You're better off firing cannons and fire bombs and cursed cannonballs to your heart's content, and your ammo's content. Well, we get there, and the battle horn sounded. It was go time. Sure enough, 2 sloops appeared out of the waters next to us, 1 on each side. We were going to work. We blasted the one on the left, blasted the one on the right, and we made sure we were stopping them from being able to repair. Those blasted skeletons are such boneheads, they never learn their lesson, do they? Never advertise your location, and if you do, don't have loot on standby. That's just asking any backstabbing, two-faced lowlife to come and snag your loot. Your precious, precious skeleton loot. Ah, good times. But afterward, next, a galleon and another sloop rose out from the depths of the waters, maybe commanded by that of Davy Jones himself. And we were on the attack, though they were putting up quite a fight. They were keeping us busy with shooting firebombs and burning our ship, prompting us to put our attention toward the fires, lest we want to be burned to death or have our ship take damage due to the fires, the hellish flames that try to consume our wooden vessel. After putting the fires out and unleashing more hell upon those of the skeletal nature, we soon ended up sinking their last ship, till at long last, the big bad captain himself decided to take a stab at us. And while he was putting on a good fight, it was all for naught. As me and another crewmate fired ourselves onto his ship, and the rest of our crew firebombed and plugged their ship full of cannonballs. As they were firing, me and the other crewmate were down below fighting skeletons, keeping them from repairing their ship, watching as the water poured in from the multiple holes that riddled their ship. And at long last, we managed to sink their ship and watched as all of their loot rose to the great surface. We celebrated momentarily before claiming what was rightfully ours and sailing straight for the outpost. Of course, things were quite simple. Throughout the entirety of our fight, we were right next to an erupting volcano. But fortunately, we weren't hit once by any of the flaming rock. In fact, quite the contrary. It was those skeletal bastards who were getting hit, and add insult to injury, on a couple of occasions, as the skeletal ships were sinking back to the depths from whence they came, a couple flaming rock actually hit them on the deck as they were sinking, just to give them that last middle finger, if you know what I mean. Good times indeed. We soon sailed back to the outpost, where we celebrated and sold all of our loot. And my, what a great bounty it was. I can still remember it now. Of course, nowadays, me crew is just sailing and taking on other rival pirates here and there, near and far. I'm just here trying to reclaim my memories, thinking of all the good times we had. And you helped me in a way. I feel like I'm starting to remember the tune to unlock the legend's hideout. It was to an old shanty the pirate lord and his crew used to sing. It's now the password. I would ask the mysterious stranger over there, but between you and I, he creeps me out a bit. He really freaks me out. I mean, look at his eyes. There are no pupils. They're just white. White like the clouds, or white like the skeletal bones. Freaky. And of course, the lady behind the counter won't help. She's not even a legend. I would ask Duke, but ever since he's returned, things haven't been the same with him. He's just scared, or he seems like he's afraid of something. Now, I would ask him what it's about, but he doesn't seem to want to talk about it a lot, so I'm left in the dark here, as any other pirate would who would dare try to ask him. But thank you for joining me and sparing an ear to listen to this old pirate's tale. But in a way, you helped me. And for that I can say I won't shoot you. In fact, why not raise a tankard of ale? We'll share a drink together. What do you say? Refreshing ale. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Chaos Army. As always, I'll be seeing you on the seas, lads. And pray that I don't come after you.